Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. It's like Donald Trump wakes up and chooses war every day. The latest target is the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court. Trump has sanctioned it, saying it is anti-US and anti-Israel. Now, the ICC has a lot of problems, but not the ones that Trump is complaining about. We'll discuss that. Meanwhile, his best buddy Elon Musk is slipping in popularity among Republicans, and the Democrats are upset about his conflicts of interest. We'll tell you what the White House says. In India, the central bank has cut interest rates for the first time in 5 years. We'll discuss what that means for you. The Defense Ministry of India has scrapped drone deals over the presence of Chinese parts in the drones. Also in focus, how Trump's deportation drive has hit Indian students who are in the US legally. How India is trying to get fifth-generation fighter jets. Why a top economist says Bitcoin will go bust. Where India ranks in the Global AI Leadership Index, how space changes the human body, raising concerns about travel to Mars, and how Greece has declared an emergency after 8,000 earthquakes shook the island of Santorini in the last 1 week. All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to meet US President Donald Trump next week. He will be visiting Washington on the 12th and 13th of February. Prime Minister Modi will be among the first world leaders to meet Trump after his inauguration last month. The focus of the visit will be on trade, defense, and strategic cooperation. Iran's supreme leader warns against negotiating with the US just days after Donald Trump called for a new nuclear deal. In 2018, the US under Trump withdrew from a nuclear pact with Iran. Tehran claims its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes only and not to develop atomic weapons. India summons Bangladesh's acting High Commissioner after Dhaka lodged a protest over Sheikh Hasina's speech and even blamed India for it. New Delhi expresses concern over Bangladesh's negative remarks about India. Ties between the two countries have been strained since Sheikh Hasina fled to India in August last year. Sweden to limit access to weapons after the country's worst mass shooting this week. Stockholm will introduce a bill that will restrict access to semi-automatic guns. On Tuesday, a gunman killed 10 people at an education center. Several weapons and empty magazines were recovered from the crime scene. South Africa will not be bullied, says President Cyril Ramaphosa after the US president criticized his government. Donald Trump claimed that South Africa is confiscating the land of some people and threatened to cut funding to the country. Ramaphosa's government has denied the accusation and called it misinformation. And FIFA suspends Pakistan's Football Federation, the Congo Republic's Football Association, over governance and failing to implement reforms. The World Football Body has suspended Pakistan in 2017 and 2021 as well. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote effort. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.